We don't even know if there's a guarantee of another election. And I'm not allowed to criticize what you think will be the hypothetical leader of the Democrats?
Do you have a message for Europeans who are concerned about the messages from the White House around Greenland this week?
Yeah, it's time to up. It's time to get serious and stop being complicit. It's time to stand tall and firm, have a backbone. I've seen this in the United States.
This is our liberal, okay? Which way Western man? If this man wins, or if this man runs and wins in the primary, America is okay? It will revert back to the old system at a time when change is an absolute necessity. It will revert back to the old system. All the European vassals will turn around and go, oh, thank God we avoided the worst possible outcome here. And then Tucker Carlson will bring about the Fourth Reich. We cannot let this happen. Yeah, I did talk about how Mark Carney said you and I were right about the rule-based order. He did. He openly and readily admitted it. I still don't trust Carney that much, but I do think that he cares about Canada, and I do think that he cares about Canadian sovereignty at least, which is more than I can say about many of these other European leaders like Keir Starmer. God, what a pathetic he is. Holy shit. It blows my mind, dude. I cannot even comprehend how someone can be such a little worm.
The supine Congress playing both sides.
You're doing it again, Kamala 2.0. You know what, dude? You deserve it, okay? You deserve it. You'll get what you're deserving. Don't worry. It'll be completely and totally and utterly out of my hands anyway. You're doing it again. There hasn't even been a primary. We might not even have elections. I can't say that like what you have fantasized about the ordained liberal leader is bad. 2 years out of an election cycle? How can you be so cucked? Are you all right? What the hell is wrong with you, man? Chatter is campaigning to be sixth in line for the camps instead of third. I don't even understand. Liberals pre-blaming you for the 2028 laws is awesome. We didn't even know if there's going to be an election. That person must be joking, right? There's no way. I'm not a liberal. Cry on, though. Captain Socialism? Your name is Captain Socialism. And you just said, I'm criticizing Gavin Newsom ahead of time when there is no election, no primary. We don't even know if there's a guarantee of another election. And I'm not allowed to what you think will be the hypothetical leader of the Democrats? Bro's doing lesser evil voting. Bro's doing lesser evil voting for a vote that hasn't taken place yet, with a candidate that hasn't even actually become a candidate yet. You are nothing. I'm going to be honest with you. You are literally dumber than the dumbest right-wing hog. You are dumber than the stupidest, most racist American right-winger I have ever encountered. 100%. You are a servile and pathetic little worm who has no understanding of politics whatsoever. You are genuinely dumber than these hogs that turn around and say, yeah, no, I hate welfare queens. Yeah, fuck welfare, even though they're taking advantage of welfare, even though they themselves are on welfare. Okay, you're dumber than that guy. Because at least that guy has been, at least that guy thinks like, oh yeah, when Donald Trump wins, like we're going to do racialized violence to minorities. And that gives him like a sense of comfort and security, no matter how stupid or silly that is, no matter how self-destructive that is. You, on the other hand, have such little desire for a better future that you have decided to defend the Democratic Party at a time of unprecedented unpopularity due to all of the reasons that I'm criticizing them over year. Who are you in bed with? It doesn't even make sense. Sorry, I'm not living in a fantasy land. You're the one that brought him up in the elections. I can't do this. I can't respond to this guy any longer. It's going to make me say, I'm going to start saying that will get me banned.
You know,
you can't be a real person. You're a bot. I was going to say CI, but I think this might be a legit. No primary has taken place yet. There's no presidential election yet. And this guy literally goes, in the hypothetical design, even then you're not allowed to criticize the hypothetical person that's running for office. You would be surprised to see how common this sentiment is. I don't think you realize it. No, I do realize it. And it's disgusting. It disgusts me. And I argue against it every fucking day of the goddamn week. And I hope that people actually recognize that that kind of sentiment is the reason why Democrats feel comfortable putting whoever the they want in charge that will maintain the current order when Republicans are basically throwing the table. I don't think it's as common as you think it is, though. It's nowhere near as common as it once was. Like, imagine writing for a hypothetical person, dude. It's not even like a real thing yet. Like, he is hypothetically doing harm reduction narratives 2 years out from a general election before the primaries even started. In this hypothetical, if it's like imagining a future, and then in your own future imagination, you're still getting. How is that possible? Mumdonist has to be, or they're in some liberal anti-Assad community. What do you mean mumdonist? I'm a mumdonist. These are the people who on Zoran Mamdani initially, and then turned around and became like major. You reap what you sow in your community. The most honest Hassan had diehard liberal named Captain Socialism. You reap what you sow in your community. Yeah, I know. This is my fault. It is my fault because I allow anyone and everyone to say whatever the fuck they want. And of course, you're going to have here saying, I'm going to continue doing that, though.
One thing on a text or a tweet, another publicly.
Should you respond with tariffs?
It's time to stand tall and strong.
Does that mean responding with tariffs?
Time to stand united. You make that determination. I don't make that determination.
But when you say standing tall, what do you mean?
Just, I can't take this complicity. People rolling over. I should have brought a bunch of knee pads for all the world leaders. I mean, handing out crowns and this is pathetic. Nobel Prizes, they are being given away. I mean, it's just pathetic. And I hope people understand how pathetic they look on the world stage. I mean, at least from an American perspective, it's embarrassing.
So what should Europe be doing?
You should decide, the Europeans should decide for themselves what to do. But one thing they can't do is what they've been doing. And they've been playing. This guy is playing folks for fools. And it's embarrassing.
Europeans think this is diplomacy and this will ultimately
this is
work.
Diplomacy with Donald Trump? He's a T-Rex. You mate with him or he devours you. One or the other.
And Europe's being
people
devoured?
need to stand, but no, the Europeans could be if they continue down this path and process. They need to stand tall, stand firm, stand united. Look, you said this a year ago we should have been having this conversation, and they didn't. Okay, and now you're paying the price.
I mean, he's right about everything he's saying here, to be fair. Even though he himself is also buckled under no pressure whatsoever when talking to Ben Shapiro, a whole loser with no real constituency that remains in the base of support of the Republican Party.
Exactly what anyone objective observer would have anticipated we'd be where we are today.
What do you think Ursula von der Leyen needs to say?
That could lead to the end of the European Union?
Well, I don't want to be hyperbolic about it, but this guy's a wrecking ball. I hope people are waking up to what we're dealing with. It's code red. I mean, you guys are still playing by all set of rules. Everybody, the globe is with this guy. He's unmoored. It's the law of the jungle. It's the rule of dawn. And I hope it's dawning on the world what we're up against. I mean, this is serious. This guy he's not mad. He's very intentional. But he's unmoored. And he's unhinged. And it requires the goal is whatever he wants it to be. The goal is the world in his image.
What would your
advice? He's a narcissist. I mean, it's no advice. Common sense. Why don't folks do what they say publicly, what they're saying in private? Why don't they just simply do what they know is right? I mean, everybody's talking behind his back. They're laughing at him. Meanwhile, they're sucking up to him. It's embarrassing. I mean, you're modeling behavior for our kids, generations of folks. This is not diplomacy. This is stupidity.
If they don't act, does this end with military solution?
Well,
in Greenland?
I don't know. I mean, it just who knows what happens in that respect. But with Donald Trump, you saw what happened in Maduro. You're seeing what's happening on American streets. You saw what happened in the state of California, where he put 700 active duty Marines. He didn't send them overseas. Last year, he sent them to the American city, second largest city in the United States of America. He's got 1,500 active folks, members of the military, on call near Minneapolis. This guy has been a police state. You got a guy dressed up in SS uniforms.
You're making him
Greg
sound
Bavino.
dangerous.
Dangerous? You seen this guy, Greg Bavino? You seen what's happening with ICE and secret police and masked men, people disappearing? Wake up. Where the hell has everybody been? Stop with this diplomacy of sort of niceties, and somehow we're all going to figure it out. Stop saying one thing privately and another publicly. Have some spine. Have some balls.
You say you should stand up, but you're not being clear. I'm not clear.
I'm being crystal clear.
But
I'm being crystal clear.
But what's your advice?